Over to John again. You've been consistently doing your thing and being amazing at it as well. I love this so much. I love the hair. Like, bro, this hair. I saw your comments in the chats on Discord, how you guys went through hell and high water to achieve this braids. Again, like I said to in the video earlier, it's just to interlock these things. Braids are actually not so difficult. It's just to think about interlocking. It can be difficult, but if you think of interlocking this way, you can braid anything. All right. So, but this is amazing. I love how you took the shape of the Herrero headdress and turned that into a braid. Like, so amazing.
Hey, how's it going? John Ventura, just kind of illustrator, most recently in the advertising space, but I'm trying to level up and move up, do something else. But what I got most from this class was just kind of looking at references in a different light, kind of, the way Uzoma's like just kind of like practices, like something I could really, like I really took in, because I was like, I do things in a different way, and it's kind of good to get out of my comfort zone and like look in the shapes and really pushing things. And I've been really paying attention. I feel like I learned a lot from like pushing the shapes and thinking about shapes. And I love the individual critiques that you do, like the videos. Like I feel like some classes I've taken in the past is like they try to cram it in all in the class, but you really took the time to kind of individually just kind of give us a full-on just critique, and which I really appreciate because I'm just trying to level up as much as I can. Yeah, that's what I got from the class for sure.
This course is now available for purchase on Gumroad. Yo, this is like I said, proud teacher moment right here, man. I'm so proud that I'm able to be the one to take some of the glory for teaching you guys these things, but I can't even take the glory because this is like completely your stuff. Like, this is not me. I know I did teach you some things, but I clearly didn't teach you how to draw like this. I clearly didn't teach you how to play with shapes the way you have here. So you deserve the accolades for a job well done. Yeah, I love this hair so much. I love how it has depth. Like, you can tell what part is covered. Like, you can tell that it's covering. You can tell the shape. If someone's going to model this thing, like, I don't think there's any model out there that will not be happy to model what you've done here, because it's very descriptive. I can understand, like, by looking at it, I understand everything you did. I love all these options. To be honest, if I was to pick one option out of all of them, because she's a mentor character, I probably would go with A, this one. Yeah, I probably would go with A because I feel like it keeps the Herrero thing. It has the Herrero thing going on there on top, and yeah, it just fit. Like, it's a much more, I mean, they're also interesting shape. Like, this is a very fantastic shape, in terms of silhouettes, but this silhouette is much more recognizable culturally. That's why I'm going with this. This silhouette is also cool, but I think it works more with if this was a villain character, I think it probably work better because of the sharp angles and curves. So yeah, but man, bro, this is amazing. So I'm picking A. If you want to hand over to someone next week, I think you should hand over A in terms of hair. But then in terms of outfits, man, yo, these are really cool. So I like what you did with the patterns. I'm not really looking at the patterns. Patterns are cool, but I'm more interested in the shape. Like I'm more interested in what's going on with the intricacies of the outfits. This outfit is very simple. Like it's very simple. Maybe this is supposed to be the casual one, I guess, and this should be the ceremonial one. Ordinarily, when you're working on a project, you're going to do options for casual and options for ceremonial, but I didn't want to give you guys too much work like for assignments, so that's why I decided to do only one option, and you guys are nailing it. So yeah, this is awesome. This is amazing too. The casual outfits, I think it works well because it's simple. The ceremonial one also works well as well. I can't wait to see what you do with, when you hand over this work to the the subsequent artists that you're going to be paired with in the breakout session. You need to define what all this, because this looks metallic to me. I mean, it doesn't even have to be metallic. It could be leather as well, but you're going to do, you're going to explain all these things to who you're handing over to, because that's for week 6, because we are moving on to week 5. Week 5 is just about figures, like painting, like painting the skin rendering. So from week 6, you're gonna do, whoever you're paired with, you have to explain all this information to them so that they understand what the material. So there'll be call outs. So you have like call outs. You have a reference here, for example, and then you have a call out, to the material that is, and then they'll also try to render it as well in those materials. Hi guys. So in the fall of 2025, I got to host an 8-week masterclass titled Ethnic Character Design for Animation, which had a decent number of sign-ups. I got to share a ton of rich information, secrets, industry insights that I used to craft an award-winning character like Noni, Eyes of Wakanda. The sessions were archived and compiled into a digestible course. This course is now available for purchase on Gumroad. So if you are an intermediate level artist seeking to diversify your portfolio to include culturally grounded characters in animation, then this is for you. Yeah, this outfit is cool. I mean, it looks as expected. It looks very African. It feels African. It feels like a combination of Herero, which is the reference you have here, and it has a bit of like Osa tribe from South Africa. The pants look like, sorry, the skirt. This is the skirt or the dress. It looks like this tribe or the Zulu tribe from South Africa. But it still works because Herero tribe is towards the southern part of Africa, so it works. But this is amazing. What I would say is, I think because as we move to the upper part of the face, you want more details. So I think you should think of putting more details here, more in this part than in this part, than in the other parts, the lower parts. So I'll think of how you can play with all these shapes and put something interesting there that leads the eye upwards. I don't know if you have time to work on that. I think that would be my suggestion. Just play around with shapes and put something interesting that leads the eye upwards. Then when it comes to rendering, we will discuss how to color these things in a way that does not distract us, so that we don't spend too much time looking at these parts and all these parts and spend more time looking at these parts, because our focus should be up here. So, but yeah, this is fantastic work. I also like that you paid attention to, like, I can feel some sort of eye movement going on here. It feels like all these things are all pointing, especially with this arrow. this shape you put here, so everything is pointing upwards, which is brilliant. Fantastic. Yeah, this is awesome work, man. I'm so proud once again to be the ones, being able to pass some knowledge on to you guys, and you're soaking it all in so well. Thank you very much.